Good evening.
Good evening.
Baby Abokodi.
Adumarakwa. Na muso
na media family.
Great.
You are looking good, so why if
life
in opposition. Life in opposition. I'm saying mo kakra o.
Nyamingwa.
Opposition to saying.
Nyamine opposition there so we need ya. First na you be mo no. We say na why busy. And apabia open time pia fifie committees na dia na say one sha ultimate CNN ni BBC ni friends stress level na bafom ama hondin so aba na the tie say adia bronyi beka say time also for reflection. Emra yetna abam no juma yedi nkrofo ayene omo adi nkita ho adi ni yie ni nyina ultimate national reflect ho jumadi a aban nhyehyɛ aban de bae no ekoyi ankoyi ni nyina ultinational ankasa o year reflection. Say it's a very good time for us to do some reflections no. So yes, it's not a bad thing, all right? Just that we have missed an opportunity to take Ghana to the next level. Say Enuane Asamno. We have missed an opportunity to take Ghana to the next level. But I believe that the Ghanaian people, Omoshe, Anamwa, Omampinyen John Ramani Mamani Nabai, Omotu, and they will be comparing as we move along. 6-7 months down the line, 2017. Now your approval rate no, not a war dizzying heights, all the way to December and all of that. No, now like it was a good time to be a Ghanaian. I'm not too sure that the current level of approval rate, a bit drew Nana Akufo-Addo time 2017. That I'm not too sure say it is the case. So it gives me some indication say at this level or at this rate, it's very, very possible if we work very hard, unite our party, and then convince the Ghanaian people say AsaasePa Asandiaba will be able to form the next government. Inshallah.
Right. Gushegu to say constituency to say.
Gushegu, just like I said earlier, no constituency no our northern region, and is currently the largest constituency, almost 6,000 square kilometers. Ultimately free
in the northern region.
In the northern region.
Okay.
Free the very first community, Tamale constituency no more. From the very first community to the last community, no about 102 kilometers.
Okay.
Na person who year Accra to Kufridio 77 kilometers. But from one end of my constituency to the other, near 102. Once a quite ultimate chichi constituency in this jale and easy. O start say go round or constituency no. One shall be take back 2 months.
Just
to be there. You'll be more if you are going to do community by community. It's about 400 plus communities. Those ye pa na a muso tree. But in terms of population, no, we are about the 5th in terms of population in the northern region. But the constituency is one that is very happy with the party. Usha in the 5 northern regions, MPP now you were 20 constituencies. You were Mashe before, and then no you were only 10. You were 10. 6 in the northern region.
So out of 20, no, emu 10 ko.
Now northern region now you were 9. You need NDC for chim me no. You were 9 now almost 9. And then you were 6. Savannah region you were Bako, and then North East region you were Bako. Upper East ni Upper West there ni MP horses here. Until obi biara obe winning seats out of that 10. Bon say a kuna okoye no enye easy.
Yeah.
So now you know your seats no are targets. They be day in day out. You have to struggle. Fight. It was a struggle. But no matter how much you fight, it's not enough for you to fight if the people don't love you.
Okay.
Otiasie. Intino Sir, yet me retaining Gushegu seat, no. And this is the first time that we have an MP has been able to retain the Gushegu seat for the MPP. Timbia yabe winning no. Na MP na lose. But so this is the first time yet me retaining seat, no.
And I be orphan MP so.
And I must be orphan MP. But what is important is that constituency, no. Juma Edi were constituency, no. Over the last 8 years, especially over the last 4 years, so many yepa. Because let me say the last time Gushegu for nya quota, first time Gushegu for nya quota, Dr. Buzi Apreso. The next time Gushegu was going to get quota tar roads was during President Kufuor. Now time President Kufuor free out by so up to the time and now Kufuor buy na ekwana nyina say it is this time around during Nanado Danko Kufuor time and na ya Gushegu township kwan nyina ayata nyina
and Nanado
Danko Kufuor Gushegu township we tarred it's just about half a kilometer on the hospital road that is yet to be tarred, but we have tarred almost everywhere. Now Osha, we got very good, returns as far as the government is concerned. Ekwaya who drop yema Gushegu for schools, hospitals, boreholes, dams, scholarship, education scholarship, near the idea support for women. Amoye Ekwafor. We bought tractors to support the farmers, about 5 tractors to support the farmers, and we used to support them, to the best of our ability. They were very, very appreciative of Juma Ediye as far as the MPP is concerned. So, all in all, Gushegu people are very appreciative of the MPP party, and I'm not bluffing. That seat, local seat now.
A traditional seat now.
Local seat now for MPP. All we have to do is to continue, inshallah. So Gushegu is safe. Gushegu people appreciate. And say you're free abaysono. People have started comparing what we were doing to what is happening now. 6 months down the lane, 2017, Omitimia compare to Enyema Ekoso 6 months down the lane. And the interventions are by including the people of Gushegu, and specific interventions Gushegu so okay. Then now I'm to make a comparison. And we will say yes, the MPP is the party for the people of Gushegu, and indeed the northern region. And then first Ufri Karaga Gushegu. Before Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo, it take you over 1 hour. And then Ufri Gushegu Eko Karaga is 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes. Ufri Gushegu Eko Tamale, it used to take you about 4 to 5 hours. Can no free Tamale, a free Gushegu 6 o'clock, it may do 12. And then it takes you less than 1 hour.
Wow. From Gushegu to Tamale.
Exactly. From Gushegu to Tamale, it takes you less than 1 hour. But it used to take you not less than 3, 4, 5 hours, depending on the car. So long bus you see, and it may take you by 5 to 6 hours. And then 1 hour is too long for you to leave Gushegu and get to Tamale. All because of the good works of Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo and his Vice President Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. So in terms of the dividends of the government and dividends of democracy, Gushegu for Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, you two chairman.
Right. Menace, in the northern region, there 20.
Yes, in the entire
north.
That's right.
And as I say, Atiabejina 6.
10.
Right. So then a caucus no more yeah. Mrashibi Baffour Awuah NPP mo in the northern region. Send a bear Munuya no more. I catch the season. I catch no part in between me saying recapture 2028. 2028.
And then there's someone who said, "I know your strategy." Strategy is so dear. You can radio so.
Okay.
And the in share. Ebe maya ko Jesus is in the biom. Ebe this city kra ebe ka ho. apart from 10 now, lose here, no. Most likely, we should be able to work hard and retain and recover those seats that we lost, and even be able to win some more. Among for Anunu, you can see. You see videos on social media of people going through hardship. Interventions now, yeah. Especially when we have the drip machines. By this time, you shouldn't be suffering to cross some, small bridges. You should be using the bridge machines to do some small interventions. And yeah, contractors like Kesia, and a better sajumano. Drip machines in the better. And now we know because sister drip machines nina to regional pool. Regional pool. To the big cry, it is a one the machines no cry echo to gold. Galamsey pit now the idea. We have been hearing reports. Of course, these are very worrying reports. But what is important is that we are working hard behind the scenes. And like I said, we will not be able to put our strategy on radio or in the public. But at the right time.
Right. Once again, if anyone joining in now, your name Honorable Alhassan Tampuli, NDC MP for Gushegu, Deputy Ranking Member on Constitutional and Legal Affairs, former Deputy Minister for Transport, former CEO of MPA. Was I am running for or a lawyer? And you best start here in Como free or my Supreme Court. And we are ruling be by Kevin Taylor. Maybe a chamu NCA case be by and Supreme Court judge, a High Court judge, Bako eti case in the so. And what case in the so assembly Kosua no Kevin Taylor being no e can sembi and some more kind of means and reproduce or radio so sebi ade enye na enye court no chain contempt 2020 anke say woko wanko udwane ya ewi akire NDC aban ba ye 2025 waba woko court no rule say charges no press against him no contempt no ya yi ni nyina every ho Ghana for bi etiase a entoma sum ye say e den ne beba ye bechi obi contempt nipa na didi a George fo atem na a George fo asen akotena asem no so say ye nya nipa no manenko cancel e den ne beba
em say Ghana for we sometimes Ghana for omo nkasa asem na e wo mu chimo it was so super say we government say a branch a friend of Kevin Taylor. I don't know whether there's anybody in this country who has not come under his vitriolic tongue. Just say or do you if you or bet to regardless of who you are. It has been doing so for quite a long time now. Ahim for say the imams, even presidents, Asofwa kese Obia. He's brought everybody under his vitriolic tongue. Now, what you have to know is that about Abatu, so everyone so be. So sometimes you vote, and the result of the vote now there was a contempt case. More or less, a bench warrant was issued for the arrests anytime that he happens to be in the country, by the High Court. And you have every right to appeal, say within a period of 9 months, as by law established.
So bench warrant and also.
Yes, you can come in at least every within the period of 9 months.
Maybe I told you Ghana near team commando say the contempt. Maybe I told you
and that it's been 5 years because bench warrant now court issue court issue in 2020. That's about 5 years ago. Now and the Supreme Court say by reason of a legal maxim be a friend of all the alteram partem.
Okay.
They say here the other party Just a take decision on Obia.
So money panel
fair hearing.
Okay.
Otina numansem and sana wait me I take a decision. But how do you give somebody who has been issued a bench warrant a fair hearing? Nipa no uhuno. Only maybe awo. How do you give the person a fair hearing? But whatever the Supreme Court says is the law. Inti Parliament embrace jebefie Jane and making laws no Supreme Court and the Kase. This is what the law is. So as we speak, there is a bench warrant for the arrest of Honorable Kenoforiata. Do you know the implication of the Supreme Court decision? It means that you haven't given Kenoforiata a hearing. So that bench warrant has been naturally quashed. Obi biara ya issue bench warrant against you no. This Supreme Court decision is saying that if you have not been given a hearing, I just say that bench warrant is null and void until you are. That is the implication. And when the Supreme Court decides, it decides for the whole country. Reasons have not been given out yet, but these are the matters that were reported. So on the basis of what was reported, we are able to make these comments until say a full reasoning of the courts. But the reports indicated that by reason of not giving Kevin Taylor a hearing, no, the bench warrant has been quashed. Now that is a big blow on the jurisdiction of the high courts. It's a high court. It's here the Oko issue bench warrant, no, because now the parameters have changed. Nipa no we issue bench warrants. So it's difficult for you now to compel the attendance of somebody to courts. Because Nipa no see member, no the no see baby who issue warrant bench warrant enye. It's not going to work. It's a very, very dangerous, slippery slope that we are going to. I hope say Supreme Court will get another opportunity to clarify a YSR judgment. We said the year going forward will be guided, but this one is a very dangerous precedent that has been set. Never mind that we're not even going into the content of what the gentleman has been saying everywhere. I mean, he took me on and he just insulted me. They won't take things for granted. Like your friend is saying, Lee Kwa Yun, or say he will never allow the sun to set on an allegation against him. Even as Prime Minister, he was taking people to court. Come and prove. So some will go to court, some will just let it slide. Because Ebia, as some now go Nipa be brilliant. What did you go quarter? After Nipa Betty say, oh, okay, what did he really say? After Nipa bisa assembly or kaye. Then people will start hearing. So people have different, styles. Different people, I think Isam Kuma, Gabi Oche, Dako, Nipa Bibri, judgment against him. The gentleman was allowed into this jurisdiction when there is a bench warrant for his arrest. How did he get into the country? It's either the security services were asleep or they helped him to get into the country. Because the security services have information
about the person.
Advanced passenger information is already sent into the system. Into Omunim. So he either came with a fake passport, they were sleeping on the job, or they themselves brought him into the country. Either way is bad enough. And he's not hiding. He's walking around with the support of the security services. This is a very dangerous precedent for this country. All you have to do is to support a party. Party no winia ubetimia ye bibia in this country. That is what it is. And I think President John Dramani Mahama, having returned to power, given opportunity by Ghanaians, should strive very hard to leave a lasting legacy. This is not a legacy that I think he should leave. I think that Gabi posted something on social media sometime that he is the most prepared president. I think Gabi was right, because why vice president, why president, why former president for 8 years. He has reflected on his decisions. He has reflected on what he did right, what he did wrong. Having come back, there are some things that he mustn't get wrong, and these are some of the things he's getting very, very, not that's wrong, but very, very wrong. And I think say the president's advisors have to watch some of these things. And yes, sir, maybe his name will be soiled, especially when the history is being written.
Right. Menace, will be some questions. Will be di or Henekasi be atemwa. Ye will be full to me the Kokotana.
It's a civil case. Obidi obi atema is a defamatory case. Inti defamatory so enye adia obi ebetimi agina obi anan so edi akokot. No. Obi ayadi na tem no. If you feel very offended, obetimi akokot, and you can file for defamation, of character and so on and so forth. But you can't go to court on behalf of another person who has been insulted. That one you can't do it.
Right. Council, you share the AG, Attorney General.
Yeah.
You two about this about better kunya so you were cases be bria nan case of prosecution ekoso. Ya drop cases in be that of Sedu Agongo, any former Opuni Ofosu Ampofu case. The other bomb ye kwabena for Unibank. The AG ne can say a car no or the anasisika would ye were mu 60%. 40% in our car, I say Uchia. But what drop a case, one cocoa to be any asem no HBU. The age no air cano and mremu then I can. What was our to me no, so we take his action no. Abraham Ampani and Sunshine is a won't take his action because they be say one about one thing say decision I will take no. I don't know any decision. And your Mampani na action so won't take his decision no. And we know say the Attorney General or the AG buying lawyer paying decisions now what taking it to saying.
I think so. First of all, I will say constitution. Constitution, Ghana Constitution under Article 88. Emma Attorney General Kwai say only abide penina or beshare justice. I don't know how to say justice. Attempt so
okay.
Ewa mine Ghana. I say odi abide beko quarter and na abide the beko quarter na Attorney General and was so static case no. Na Attorney General power no so ultimately donate obi to serve special prosecutor ni a police for depending on the gravity of the case now multiple ayamano. But every decision in respect of justice Attorney General no there. So yes, Attorney General can go ahead and decide, but of course the nature of government and they say Attorney General cannot just go ahead and do this without clearing it with the president. Ebia yenchro M1 to baby, but definitely the president ought to know.
The decision you be taking.
Oh, of course. Sometimes it is even decision that maybe he can run it by cabinet. Say, oh, decision I better taking here based on article so and so and so and so and so. But such case we know, Ubeka the year 2022, ye passé lobby criminal procedure amendments, Act 1079 2022. Now, and no na a friend plea bargain act. I don't need plea bargain. It's if a bind at the court say where you be and corruption charges against you. Na say utimi etua bia and now utimi tua ni nyina aban betimi drop case no against you. But say on you bibia and say convicted, you would have been convicted. You would have been convicted, but you will not go into sentence.
Okay.
Inti unko da fiase. But say why from so there and there a beje to say why from so. Inti no eno sa law no yen pass here. And the things that the law is supposed to do, one, to reduce the offense charge to a lesser offense. A bit me offense also from a bigger offense to a lesser one. Second one, to withdraw a charge against accused person. A bit me withdraw charge against the accused person, and to reduce the punishments for an offense within the law that prescribe the punishment. You know, say punishment no be 10 years. It may so be 5 years and not 3 years, based on the plea bargain now. But the Attorney General must be guided by Article 296 of the 1992 Constitution, because Attorney General will be exercising the discretion, and the Constitution says that if you are not a judicial officer and you are exercising discretionary power, you must publish some guidelines. It just say obetimi the take decision. Send a year who take a decision now. Ankranko nyina be hu say oh ofa a kwan way a nyina ya tiase no, and I will take his decision. That has not been done. It's a good thing. Say Attorney General actually at the frontier or enter a plea bargain. No, he is not under law supposed to enter that. By law, no, quite new say obeche not being say oh we and I mean withdraw charges no. Okay. But we have every right to raise questions about a Attorney General decision. First of all, how many such cases do we have? Because banking crisis no. A bank bebre. Some have even gone to jail. Osha Atuesian, but the fiancé. Yeah. Have you? And then we remember, say Atuesian tried to pay the money. How much he had paid at the time, I'm not too sure about how much he had paid, but I think he had paid a substantial part of the money. Are we availing Atuesian this same opportunity? Are we availing? So there shouldn't be selective application of plea bargain law. No? Okay. So me to asia se Ghana for betia se ya na me to asia manko yi afmanu si ye se Atuesian no so banka sikadie ba mu ti se Dr. Kwabena Dofo na ya drop cases and charges se wo Kwabena Dofo ho a se watwe sika no 60% a Atuesian se bia watwe bia ye use the word a bia if se watwe bia adenti no ne de ye de ne kwafiase. And yes, and okay. Exactly. Okay. That's and then secondly, nipa bebre se si amenu ka say ukokota obehu say amanfo bebre e court through prosecution for various offenses, stealing, receiving, dishonestly receiving near the idea. Now, why don't we avail those people this same opportunity? The common and petty criminal. So plea bargain, is it only available for politicians? And if it is available for politicians, is it available for only NDC politicians? Because up to this time, no, I'm all for drop charges against Omunina NDC for. Dr. Komunadu for Nunkwa, Diano Ena, Omachese, Ome recover some 60% of. We didn't hear anything about how much was dropped or was brought in respect of Collins Dauda's case, Saglemi. We don't know about Sidney Bongo Opuni. We don't know about Dr. Isiama, former governor, deputy governor, now governor. We don't know about Atufosin and Richard Japa. Charges were dropped against all of them. Now, in dropping charges, you know, you are also now charging new people. You are charging Governor Edubuahin. You are charging officers of the former administration. So, Anyebiano, is the plea bargain available for only NDC politicians? Okay. Mami use typical example. NSS. Exactly. Yes, so Madiske. And he said, Omunya Skadibi, no Muchia, Omuchia Bia. Exactly. Because of Muchia Bintino, you are dropping charges. Exactly. Okay. Because you see, operation recover all loot, oral. And I mean, you can say, oral not than the oka. Oral not than the oka. Operation cover all loot. Because all these things that we are talking about, you know, they were all deemed to have been loot. Obi bisa asem say adentina 8 years MPP aban yentimi Angeli Obia. The object of government and in seeking to do justice is not to jail people. Is to take them through due process. Now, it is in the interest of the Republic. Say, nipa pim beko free than for an innocent man to go to jail. So, MPP abano, yenye yadwin se chinchinachi. Echobi. You do be have due process no so. NDC bayano, MPP bayano, na NDC so prosecute ebinimo. We did not drop charges. The cases continued professionally. So then we need power on the back of fighting corruption, and we are now coming to cover corruption. So inti obibia oye MPP ni bano ni MPP ni didn't court no. We can say clearly that there are political perception prosecutions. Clearly, you are persecuting them. Because if you are giving others this opportunity, then you must give the MPP people the opportunity to also enter into some of this plea bargain. So, Attorney General, he has exercised his power properly under the law, under the plea bargain act, as we call it, under the Article 88 of the 1992 Constitution, but he hasn't conformed to Article 296 about exercising discretionary powers in a manner that is not capricious and whimsical. Dropping these charges, because you see, when we did the calculation, amount of money that was involved, 5.7 billion Ghana cedis. Now 5.7 billion Ghana cedis who translated to Sikadudu Ayebenya a free Dumso levy. Almost 5.7 billion Ghana cedis. In the Dumso levy, according to Babako, Dumso levy 5.7 billion is what we are talking about. It's a lot of money. So next budget, we'll be looking around to see how much has come into the Attorney General's coffers. Because the Attorney General will bring their books and we'll look at it and then see how much it is that really has been recovered. Because Satan almost say omude to ejapadie through a dying kesia choice areas not there. So have we been able to recover all? We need answers. I think basically these are some of the issues. But in this government, once you are an NDC, you do no evil, and then those in charge will also see no evil. Basically, right. That's what it is.
So council, something precedent being a at all, legal precedents being and and the ordinary person on the street, and then they catch the sanipano. Dear Aban,
ordinary person on the street, what Aban is telling them, they say, you need to be a politician to be able to take money belonging to the state and then you go home for free.
Okay.
Now, it makes both MPP and NDC or the political class endangered species. One fine day, one shall be chasing if your mind. So because you see, you said people were looting money, people are done this, people are done that, and then you come around and then you are releasing other people. Is it not the same money that belongs to Ghana? So we have to, be very mindful of some of the steps that we are taking as a nation, because the Ghanaian people are very, very discerning. But they are watching everything. They watched us. They watched NDC in 2016, and they watch us. They watch us as we took every decision that we took, and then they made us pay the price in 2024. I believe that if Ghanaians are not talking, don't take them for granted. Don't take them for granted.
Right, kakra na yenim komo emfru ho. Menimsa nyame ya domo a eda wo chena. Media budget review ebe koso. wo man mrahye bidwafie but anoma kokone bia ka kire me say mo se monko tena okra na moti de dikan sa pepepe na ti ana monko
oh no dey say ade chia na be ho ade chia na be ho
but for now mun take decision as to say mo be call for media budget review na monko
na o go ti wa hifa o go ti ni wa hifa
eso okromo ago be
yaga bibia za amana je ye be bibia issue press release e say ya issue press release na je say asem na o kan no im say o de ma de nchi na he
but mo be call
o de ma de nchi ade cha na o be ho o just say there should be some element of surprise in this our business e bibia na was say can try more for but Ochira no I do not expect the finance minister to come and do anything, especially with a very discredited Auditor General report that has just come out. Say Auditor General,
the whole Auditor
General of the Republic of Ghana overstated the public debt by not billion, a poll 139 billion. I mean, how do you explain this? Both domestic debt and external debt have been ballooned to create a certain effect. So we have been saying all the time, this government inherited a very sound economy. Unfortunately, they are taking the economy down. And namely, per dollar, $1. Bank of Ghana will give you the rates. Now, so abochi enebema dollar no. 107.3. So we have a saying in Parliament. Bank of Ghana has the rates, but abochi has the dollar. You go to black market now, and then $1 you won't get it for less than 13 cedis. There's no way that you get it for less than 13 cedis. Meanwhile, we are being told say dollar 10 cedi, 25 pesos or 10 cedi, 30 pesos. The IMF has raised concerns about these same issues. So they are cooking the numbers. Let's see what the finance minister comes to tell us. I don't know whether he's coming to request for additional funding or he's just coming. We are not expecting the government to do anything beyond what they are doing. As a matter of fact, the IMF has spoken. The Auditor General has spoken. The IMF, when they did the economic projection, in our first year, the economic growth, the GDP, the growth in GDP that we had, clearly these guys cannot meet them. At the time that we were entering power, at the time that we were leaving. I'm saying the banking sector cleanup and some other austerity measures that we have put in place, it takes time to germinate. The time for germination came when they were in power, but we are not seeing it the way that we should see. Almost $6 conform. Has the price of cement come down?
No.
Has water rate come down?
No.
Have gone up 4%. Electricity has gone up how many percentage?
17%.
17%. When we took power, we were reducing electricity tariffs and water tariffs, but on the contrary, they are what?
Increasing it.
They are increasing it. Now, if you take, for instance, e-levy now, for a promo parliament no. The first year, e-levy brought in about 690 million Ghana cedis. The second year, about 2 billion, 1.9 billion. The third year, which is 2024, 2.1 billion. It doesn't come anywhere close to how much you get from Dumso levy alone, which is over 5.7 billion. Now, electricity tariffs, no. Ghana, obia betuebi. And fuel levy also, whether you are walking or you are crawling, you will still pay indirectly or directly.
Okay.
But e-levy, if you don't send mobile money, you don't pay. Oh, just here. So e-levy was not something that was supposed to be paid by everybody. In fact, you can even decide, say, instead of doing mobile money, I'd rather go travel and go and deposit the money or give it to whoever. But electricity, Dumzo levy, petroleum levy,
cascading
whether
effect,
you like it or not, you pay. And Ghana Road Transport Coordinating Council, I won't say 15% now. No, they are rolling it back and they are increasing by 15%. That's effectively 30% increase based on that increase in the petroleum levy. So currently, we are paying 1 CD 99 pesos, 95 pesos for petrol and diesel. It used to be 95 pesos. We see Abai Papa Bar. Is that what Abai Papa does? Abai Papa Bar. Now, a name bro So, did we go or did we come? Oh, just here. So, as far as I'm concerned, I don't see anything positive coming out of there. So, I said I say a boycott. Boycotting said that what a friend saying media you haven't lost anything because nothing good is going to come out of it.
At the Papa
Biamba. You just wait. Tomorrow you see. At the Papa Biamba. Are they going to tell us that the Auditor General made a mistake? Are they going to say that? Are they going to say confirm what the IMF said about the dollar manipulation? Are they going to confirm that or not? IMF cannot come and lie. If the IMF had lied, the government would have responded. But Omuka, the other day they've gone quiet. So we they are so I mean I don't see anything.
And then you can't say we wasting time.
Oh, we don't really need to waste our time. But I
know what. Right. I know what. I some petition. More the petition. I come Mama Penny John Dramani Mahama.
That's right.
I then petitioner.
Say Ubekaya. Ye Yokotuaba limited polling stations. 19. Ewa Blake just 19 polling stations. I dare see war a Ablekumanov no na a ningwasie bibre. Say Obapenyi
How I come say
Obia behedino Omo form Omu kicking omu tiatia ne so omu blow no na police fo gina ho na amanfo amu di sa adwuma yi videos pictures are capture omu nyina. How many days now since that time? What is say achubi? But the pictures are all over the place. Now this is a government that raised serious concerns with Ayawaso West Wagon by election, and for that the president of the republic at the time, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, was compelled to speak about it. What is the president Akahuasem? What is the minister Biakahuasem? Just say it's like normal for them. Say ya bu obi basa, obi mame, obi nana, ya Bruno sa. Just say I couldn't watch the video. Now also Lloyd so the same thing. Adentina up to this time, President John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, on Kahompi. Nobody has said anything about the conduct of the police. Say a police if we jina ho na BBC koso obianya ho hwe. Mbranti omo ye omo anhye hood bia omo de omo ni kan ene koye. Meaning that this country, you can do anything and get away with it. So we are presenting a petition to the president, to Peace Council, to the Diplomatic Corps, to the House of Chiefs, to the Christian Council, Catholic Bishops Conference, the Office of the National Chief Imam, the National House of Chiefs, the Council of State. The petition be common.
Okay.
And then we'll ask questions. What is going on? Did you see these things? Or did you not see? If you have seen, we know what you have said in the past. Argentina, what is going on? What is going on in this country? We are going for a by-election in Akwetia. Now, if what went on in Ablekumanov,
repeated who?
Dear, a standard practice, and not just say MPP so, yeah, Koha, I was say Bobo.
But say MPP Bebo.
But you see, that is the danger. Because everybody has a right to defend himself. But if you come with that kind of attitude, send a Mr. crowd. You don't know what I'm doing waiting for you. And the government, the country is going to be ungovernable. I don't think that is the country that we want to build for ourselves. We passed the Anti-Vigilante Act. Yeni NDC 4. It was a bipartisan
agreement.
Deal.
Okay.
That was part. Let's all disband the vigilante groups. Then you say vigilantes. Why? So the president has to do something about this. He has to give confidence to the Ghanaian people. So whatever happened to Howard Kumsin, Lloyd, and then the others, it is something that he is not comfortable with, and he's not somebody who is lawless. He should prove to us by taking some action. We need some arrests to be made. We need those guys to be prosecuted and be made to face the full rigors of the law.
Council, you be job, answer be job. Mo say John Dramani Mama ni NDC abaye nyatwem about the fight against illegal mining na. I didn't tell you nyatwem for.
Hey, now what do you as well as me. Question we in a run out to election. One thing no River Cobra no more sounds you no more the media call no much more share adi a million answer in you. Ebiza is a Ghana for and no million no acquire deep milo. Nothing has changed. President Omanpenyin Dramani Mahama or say he will call a state of emergency. He will declare a state of emergency. He will revoke the LI that granted the powers to mine in forest reserves.
Yeah.
Ojasie, has any of them happened?
No.
Today, the forest reserves are being balkanized into small portions for members of the NDC. We say we are fighting galamsey to secure the future of our people, to secure the ecological, integrity of the country. Our forest was going and so on and so forth. And Nemri, Joy FM reporter, BIFN Erastus Asari. The cooperation that he used to get during our time, and our cooperation. Today his life is in danger. He could go anywhere and report because the president also believed that it wasn't the right thing to do. So anamwa nanaro dankwa akufo-addo aban etu ye nyina. They have pushed all of them aside.
I mean, I waste.
They've just wasted everything. Today they are bringing in excavators. You find them almost on a regular basis. What they call mining zones now. Where are they coming from? How did they clear them? Did we go or did we come? So he said you are coming to fight galamsey. You must show commitment to fighting the menace of galamsey. I don't think the government has any intention of fighting galamsey.
So many NDC need political will to fight illegal.
No. They don't have it. They don't have it. In fact, when the minister came to do a press conference, he was crying. Well, clearly his party people have overwhelmed him.
Yes, Rob, no, the coffee fan and Yasi.
Whether it's Rob or whatever is, what is important is that NDC party apparatchiks want to take over the mining sector. To the extent that they were even going to take over a mine in Obuasi because their party is in power. Until nobody can stop them. It's only the president who must show the political will to stop this illegal mining. In fact, the goodwill for the president, makes it easy for him to take some of these decisions.
Is he still enjoying the goodwill?
Because it is the goodwill that made him to remove the Chief Justice, to suspend the Chief Justice. It is the same goodwill that he is using to appoint 7 justices of the Supreme Court at a go, unprecedented. It is the same goodwill that makes him to appoint 21 or 20 Court of Appeal judges at a go. Just here. So many things are happening because he has the goodwill. So he should use the same goodwill to solve this galamsey menace. But I can tell you for free. Say, John Dramani Mama, and because those involved in the galamsey, they are his party people. And he's not ready to fight his party people. It's as simple as that.
Right, menace, Major, but MPP. And then there's a party here.
What about MPP?
To get a united front.
I think it's MPP as some now. We have seen what has happened in the past, especially in 2014, 2015. The kind of turbulence that we had in the party that ultimately resulted in the suspension of national chairman and then the general secretary. And then the painful murder of the former Upper East Regional Chairman. This party has seen some turbulence like that before. But based on our experience, we don't want to get there. And partly the reason why we have this situation is because there are some constitutional lacunas. The regional chairman is a leader of the party at the regional level. The national chairman is not too clear whether he is a leader of the party at the national level. Because even in the party's constitution, the general secretary reports to National Council and NEC. He doesn't even report
to the national chairman.
So we have a national chairman, but the national chairman remains maybe just a figurehead. So whether the national chairman will be able to rally the party in opposition is something that we have to discuss on another day. So clearly there is a leadership vacuum. So it's important that we do some constitutional amendments or for council to take a decision so that we can get a leader early. Otherwise, we can't continue like this for another 1 year. So when council took the decision that we should have a flag bearer by 31st of January, I think that it was one of the most soundest decisions that the party has ever taken. So that immediately you have a leader. Then we all work to the leader. And then you find that there are aspirants. And every aspirant, so Ejakoto Edum. We don't go as MPP.
Obia train the crunchy powers.
Exactly. So there's some kind of, disconnect as far as the unity of the party is concerned. That is also because we don't have a leader.
Okay.
So I think, if we are able to get a leader early enough, we'll be able to stabilize the party going forward. We'll make the party attractive. He becomes logically the leader of the opposition so that he speaks the mind of the opposition. And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia or Kasa, he speaks as the former flag bearer or former vice president, but not as leader
of the party.
Even though clearly is in the forefront. Okay, so MPP party, we need to do things differently.
Right.
We can't be doing the same thing and expect a different result.
Franchame, is Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia prudent enough to lead the MPP once again to recapture power in 2028?
I think that if you need, I don't know, were you there at the conference on Saturday?
Maybe.
What did you see? I don't know who. I don't know who.
I got say, you can say.
What does here? MPP party, the party is not a human being, but the party has sense. Party any minyansa pa. Party ni say when something is very clear, you don't go about making any mistake about it. 4.7 million Ghanaians voted for His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia when all looks very bleak for the party. What it means is that even in our worst case scenario, we still have this number. 42%. We need 9% to cross. And he already has a 42% in the bag. as far as I'm concerned, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. We have gone through this before. We did it for Kufuor. We did it for Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. Why not for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia? So I think the party across the regions spoke on Saturday at the national conference. So Obiadi. And I am Bobiadi. I am Bobiadi. But I'm off on now. You have Mudino. Well, only party for the Bodia. Applause no. Emma direction.
But Kennedy Camp say it was staged.
By who? The people who were in the hall. No. They are the people that currently all the aspirants go to campaign to. Oko region Bia, you go to these same people to go and campaign currently. So are they fake people? So I think well, we are doing politics. So if I were in any other aspirants camp, of course I would say that it is fake. It used to happen when Nana Danko Akufo-Addo and then Alan were going to the race. The same thing. Alan's team will say that, oh, this one is fake, it's fake. I grown it from a single digit percentage.
Over advice say some other people they are not aspirants, they are not candidates because of your open nomination.
Yet, yeah.
Say Omunyo Mahume.
You know, everybody has a right.
Because I told you I would was so for more. William says a waste of time. Or ko ha party na dwene keke. Enti party na nia bre a rebuild it to recapture power in 2028 no. E mo ha party na dwene na nkenko. O be mas advice no.
Say advice no o komo bia is difficult because everybody has a right to aspire. Now Osha Emiribe Abechum Owura Dan Lati. He used to contest flag bearership elections, I think 96, 2000, 2004. He knew very well to say on to me we knew. Kusindum. Dear Dr. Edward Mahama, you know, contesting, but they knew very well that they were not going to be. So some definitely would come maybe to test the waters and test their level of popularity, but not necessarily to win. Anyone contesting His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia definitely knows that he's going to lose.
Including Kennedy or
anybody. I'm not mentioning it, but I'm saying anybody, including me. If I decide that I want to contest, I know very well that I'm going to lose. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you that the party is going in a certain direction. Nkofona Omoba Saturday no. They are not ghosts. They are the people who lead the party in the regions and in the constituencies, and they were voted for by the polling station executives and the electoral area coordinators. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? That Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia in 2023 made about 61% of the total votes.
Okay.
I'll be very surprised if he gets anything less than 80%. This time around.
Menace, Honorable Alhassan Tampuli, for your time. MP for Gushegu, Deputy Ranking Member on Constitutional and Legal Affairs Committee, former Deputy Minister for Transport, former CEO of MPA. Thank you very much for your time this evening. God bless you.
Thank you too.
Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe.